Hi friends and welcome to Life Admin 365 and welcome to another video. Today I'm sharing with you a few meals that I made. These meals are a combination of freshly prepared or previously prepared food ingredients like frozen dals, beans and veggies. So let's get started. The first meal I'm sharing with you all is Masoor Usal and carrots and green beans sabzi. Start by preparing the Masoor Usal. Prepare the tadka of hot oil, mustard seeds and cumin seeds. When the seeds have sputtered, add finely chopped green chilies followed by chopped onions. After a quick stir, add finely chopped garlic. Stir and saute for a minute or two. Then add turmeric, red chili powder, tomato paste. Mix everything and saute for good 2 to 3 minutes and then add cooked and thawed out whole masoor and freshly grated ginger. Then add about 2 cups of water, homemade masala and salt to taste. I have added Maharashtrian Goda masala but you can add garam masala as well. Moving usar pot to the back burner to finish off cooking. To prepare sabzi, place a stainless steel pan on medium-high heat and to it add about 2 tablespoons of oil. While the oil is heating, finish off the usar by garnishing it with chopped cilantro and turn off the gas. Once the oil is hot enough, you're ready to prepare the tadka. To the hot oil, add cumin seeds, curry leaves, chopped onions and spices like turmeric and red chili powder, and lastly previously prepared and frozen carrots and green beans. Then add salt and mix. When using frozen veggies, it's important to take them out of the freezer only 10 to 15 minutes before cooking. If you thaw it out for more than 30 minutes, the frozen veggies will become limp and sabzi prepared from such veggies will not have a good texture or bite. Cook cover for a few minutes, uncover and check for the doneness. Cover once more and cook it for a couple more minutes on medium heat or until the veggies are cooked to your liking. Transfer the prepared food to food warming containers and keep a pot of water for boiling, salted, and when the water comes to a rolling boil, add the previously pre-soaked rice to it and cook it. While that is cooking, roll out 8 roti dough balls and prepare the rotis. Next meal in line is Paneer-Aloo stuffed parathas. I have milk that is going to expire within a couple of days, so I'm using it to prepare paneer. I'm curdling the warm milk with 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and then straining the curds from the whey. I'm going to save the liquid whey and use it to knead roti dough. Along with the freshly prepared paneer, I'm using previously boiled, peeled and crushed potatoes. 1/3 cup of chickpea flour or besan that will act as the binder, and spices like turmeric, powdered garlic, finely chopped green chilies and cilantro, and salt to taste. You can also add kasuri methi or freshly grated garlic instead of cilantro or the powdered garlic. Mix stuffing ingredients thoroughly to make 8 or 9 stuffing balls. Make equal number of dough balls as well. Yesterday I had prepared fresh roti dough and that's what I'm using, but you can make a separate dough from a combination of atta and maida. Flatten out the dough balls and place the stuffing in the middle. Pull the dough around the stuffing, pinch it to make pleats and keep on pulling the dough until it completely covers the stuffing and is sealed on all ends. Pinch off the excess dough. Then dip the stuffed dough ball in flour and gently roll it out into 6 to 8 inch circle, flouring the paratha as needed. I like to roll out a few of them to get a head start, but you can make one at a time and cook it on the griddle and then go for the next one. Once a few parathas have been rolled out, heat griddle on medium-high heat, and when the griddle or the tawa is hot, place an uncooked paratha on it. When tiny bubbles form on the top surface of the paratha, flip it over and cook the bottom side by pressing it along the edges and in the center. We like buttered parathas, so I'm buttering the top of the parathas with salted butter and flipping it and cooking it and repeating the same process for the other side. Continue cooking the remaining parathas in the similar way. Buttering up the parathas with salted butter takes the parathas to a different level. It elevates it and makes it taste even more delicious. Serve the parathas hot with yogurt or ketchup or chutney on the side. The third meal that I'm sharing with you all is Palak matki usar. To begin, I'm placing a ceramic pot on medium-high heat to which I'm adding oil and preparing the tadka of mustard seeds, cumin seeds, finely chopped green chilies and curry leaves. Once tadka is ready, lower the heat and add crushed garlic and saute it well. Then add roughly chopped spinach and increase the heat to medium and saute it for a few more minutes. Then add chopped yellow onions and saute everything for another minute or two. Add turmeric, red chili powder, homemade Maharashtrian masala or Goda masala as we call in Marathi, and tomato paste. Saute everything for a couple more minutes. Add salt and previously cooked and overnight defrosted matki, about a cup and a half. Add close to 2 cups of water, some gur or jaggery and bring it to boil. Serve usar with rice and roti. The next meal on my list is Khichdi and Kadhi and is always on my weekly meal plan. Here I have used 1/3 cup each of Masoor and Tur Dal and 2/3 cups of rice, to which I am adding 2 cups of water and rinsing it a couple of times, draining out the water and having it ready. So on medium heat, place a pot and to it add oil, and when the oil is hot, lower the heat and add mustard seeds and cumin seeds. Then add hing, split green chilies and turmeric. Mix everything well and add the washed dal and rice. Add double the quantity of water, salt, masala of your choice. Masala is optional, not needed, but we like the taste of masala flavored khichdi and hence we use it. Then add frozen green peas or vegetables of your choice and then transfer the pot into the pressure cooker with simmering water. Place a plate over the pot, then cover the cooker with its lid, add the whistle and turn the heat to medium high. 2 whistles and it's done. I'm using last leftovers of full fat yogurt, about half a cup, to prepare kadhi. To it, I'm adding 1/4 cups of chickpea flour or besan, finely chopped green chilies, and about 2 cups of water and mixing everything well. Then to a pot heating on medium-low heat, add oil, and when the oil is hot enough, add cumin seeds, curry leaves, and then turn down the heat and then add hing and turmeric, followed by the addition of yogurt besan mixture. Increase the heat to medium high, add freshly grated ginger, little bit sugar and salt to taste. Give everything a good stir and bring to a rolling boil. Add freshly chopped cilantro and serve it along with khichdi. Hot khichdi served with tons of ghee is my comfort food. Every time I returned home from hostel, I would ask my eye to make it, and when I had this khichdi, I was a happy girl. Next meal in line is lal bhopracha purya or gharge or sweet pumpkin puris. To make these puris, I'm using canned pumpkin puree, which is very easy to find in supermarkets. If you're using fresh pumpkin, then you need to remove its rind and shred it in food processor or grate it using a handheld grater. Next is jaggery. I prefer to buy jaggery as a block and cut it up myself rather than buying it in its powdered form. All you need to do is scrape the block with knife and it will easily fall off. If the block is hard as a rock, then microwave it for a minute or two and it will scrape off easily. Simply run the knife over and across these scrapes to make them fine. Alternately, you can also pulse grind it a few times. So let's take a look at all the ingredients. Here I have 3.5 cups of whole wheat flour or atta and 1/4 cups of pumpkin puree. Quantity of flour will go up or down by half a cup or so. It all depends on how much you cook your pumpkin puree jaggery mixture. Towards the end, I will let you know exactly how much atta I used to knead the dough. Then I have 1/4 cups of jaggery scraped from the jaggery block. Then I have powdered cardamom, of which I will use half a teaspoon. Then there is oil for frying the puris. And then the untypical spice blend, pumpkin pie spice. This spice adds the quintessential fall flavor to these puris. Traditionally, you do not add pumpkin pie spice, but since it's fall season, I am going to make use of this spice blend. This is how I make my pumpkin pie spice blend. I take 1 tablespoon of powdered cinnamon, half a teaspoon of powdered ginger, half a teaspoon of powdered cloves, half a teaspoon of grated nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of ground allspice. Unfortunately, I forgot to show it here and is definitely needed to get that classic pumpkin pie spice flavor. The first step in the preparation is to cook pumpkin puree and jaggery. Place a pot on medium heat. To it, add pumpkin puree. I am adding 1/4 cups of pumpkin puree. Then add jaggery. I'm adding 1/4 cups of jaggery scraped from the jaggery block. Thoroughly incorporate the jaggery with pumpkin puree. This step takes about 2 to 3 minutes and requires continuous stirring and mixing. Make sure heat is on medium or medium-low. Jaggery will start melting and release its moisture. Continue to cook the mixture with intermittent mixing. As mixture continues to cook, it will start to splatter. Lower heat to medium-low or low and continue to cook the mixture for a couple more minutes. Mixture will start changing its color. From golden yellow, it will start darkening to a reddish brown, almost like cinnamon stick color. Turn off heat and let it cool to room temperature. Now it's time to add the spice blend. I'm adding half a teaspoon of powdered cardamom followed by 1 teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. Mix everything well. This is the consistency that you are looking for. Maybe a little bit thicker is okay as well. More thicker the consistency of this cooked mixture, the less whole wheat flour you will need and the more sweeter the dough will turn out to be. Now it's time to prepare the puri dough. You can add whole wheat flour to this mixture and knead it in by hand, or like me, use a dough maker. I'm using my KitchenAid stand mixer and kneading hook to make this dough. I am transferring the cooked pumpkin mixture to this mixing bowl. I'm so sorry guys for this lighting situation. I did not realize it until I had completed this step and the next few steps. Then I'm adding whole wheat flour or atta. I'm adding all of the 3.5 cups of atta that I had taken initially, attaching the kneading hook, bringing down its head, locking it up and kneading it at number 2 setting. We are not going to add any water for this kneading. We are adding in enough flour so that it gets kneaded well to form a nice dough. I did add another half a cup of flour. So in total I used 4 cups of atta or whole wheat flour. Now is a good time to start heating oil on low medium heat. When most of the dough has formed, add in 2 tablespoons of hot oil and knead for another minute on lowest setting. Transfer dough from the bowl to the kneading surface and knead by hand for 1 to 2 minutes to incorporate all of the surface oil in the dough and smoothen it out as well. Because the dough has jaggery in it, it is slightly on the tighter side. Pull out a small portion of this dough and knead it a few times and roll it out into a log. Pull out small pieces of dough from this log and roll them smooth. I prefer to work in small batches to keep the process manageable. Oil these pieces of dough as well as the rolling pin and the rolling surface. When making puris, we do not use flour for rolling. Therefore, oiling is needed to prevent the puris from sticking to the rolling surface. Working in batches of 8 to 10, roll out the puris and then place them in a plate. Towards the last 2 puris, go back to the frying oil and increase its heat from low to medium. Before frying the puris, check if oil is hot enough for frying. Test by gently dropping a tiny piece of dough in the oil. If the dough sizzles and rises up to the top quickly, then the oil is ready for frying. Add 1 rolled out puri in hot oil. Hold and lightly press the frying spoon over the puri. This helps in trapping air inside the puri, thereby helping the puri to puff up. Flip over the puri and fry the other side as well. Lift up the fried puri in the frying spoon and tilt it to the side of the kadhi to drain the excess oil. Transfer it to a plate lined with paper towel. Repeat the process until all the rolled out puris are fried. Most of the times the puris puff up, but occasionally there are a few that don't. It could be that there is a tiny tear or rip in the puri which causes the air to escape during the frying process, or maybe the oil is not as hot as it was when you began. Growing up, I used to eat these along with mango pickle or lemon pickle, but my boys like to eat them plain without any pickle or ketchup or sauce. They also like to take these puris for their school lunches or eat as an afternoon snack after coming home from school. Last meal for this video is a modified version of Kothu Parotha, and Milind is usually the one who makes it. Here is my younger son Amti, who has cracked eggs for us and is whisking them. In a small non-stick pan, add oil, and when it gets hot, add the whisked eggs. Here we have used 4 whole eggs. Then lower the heat and keep on mixing these around until you get soft scrambles. Set that aside. In a larger non-stick skillet, heat oil on medium heat and saute chopped onions, followed by finely chopped green chilies, ginger and garlic. Once the spices are fragrant, add chopped tomatoes. Mix well and cook for a couple more minutes. Turn off the heat and keep it aside. Typically in this dish, Kerala style stuffed parothas are used. But we are using wet stuffed parathas as these are the only ones that we have at home at the time. Once the parathas are minced thoroughly to your liking, add them to the onion masala mixture and mix well. To this masala, add the soft egg scrambles and thoroughly incorporate them in the mixed parota masala. Since Milind is the chef in this case, he didn't add any cilantro as he doesn't really care for it. But if I were the one to make it, I would definitely add tons of chopped cilantro. We serve this spicy delicacy with sour cream on the side. This meal is simply delicious and very easy to put to. Made a few other meals, but unfortunately I only have a few segments recorded, and here is a quick glimpse of those. Boiled eggs in croissant, and for that day when I don't know what to make, there's always potato bhaji along with simple amti to go with rice and roti. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more such videos. See you back in the next one.